Okay, so Helen, before you did the Kickstart, how did you manage your weight?
My husband would say very badly. I was a real yo-yo dieter.
Yeah.
I'd do anything that was the fad at the time.
Yeah.
I honestly can't remember the last time that I wasn't on a diet.
Right, okay.
I'd be quite good for long periods of time. You know, I could go 2 or 3 years being at a nice weight that I liked, and then something would happen, and I'd find any excuse not to maintain it. You know, my weight would go up. I'd get depressed, then I'd go find something else that I could lose weight, another diet, I'd lose some weight.
Yeah.
And then something would happen, and then I'd put my weight back on, I'd get down and depressed about it, and this is how it would go on.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't think I never did manage my weight. I was never happy, never have
Okay.
been happy with how I looked or felt.
Great. So would you say as long as you were following some sort of program, you were all right? As long as you could stick to it and nothing sort of untoward happened, you were okay, just sort of clinging on and following those instructions, let's say.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't feel ever in control myself.
Right. Okay.
I needed that support and help constantly, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, if I felt if I wasn't going to a particular weight loss group, then that'd be it. You know, I didn't know how to kind of deal with it. If I was putting on weight or I was eating things that I knew I shouldn't be, I didn't know how to sort of change that.
Yeah, or to be in control.
Yeah.
Okay. And Sonya, what have you tried in the past, and you know what's worked and maybe what hasn't?
I've tried lots of different diets.
Yeah.
From Cambridge diet years ago, bars and smoothies, and Weight Watchers, Slimming World. Slimming World never has worked for me. I don't know why. It just never does.
Right.
And Weight Watchers did work, and actually I did lose quite a lot of weight a long time ago and stayed there for a while, but then the leader changed. I think I had a baby and things changed. I won't go back. It was a completely different leader. There wasn't the same support, and I think it worked because it's quite a different diet. It's years ago, so quite a different diet to the one now, because I've been back several times since and I just can't get it to click at all. It's quite a different concept.
Okay.
And I think, on reflection, there's far more sugar now and low fat pushed than perhaps years ago. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
I felt that it was more, you were counting points and things, and I used to find that once I got little children just impossible.
Yeah.
Because it's quite hard to think. You're thinking what you're putting in your mouth and how many points it is, and you've got to write it down and you've got to look it up. And the children are screaming for something.
So you found that quite difficult to fit into your life, so that because you're trying to look after the children and trying to count things for you, it all just became a bit too much.
Just not enjoyable.
No. Okay.
So I ended up, I'd lose a bit, and I'm probably like Helen. I don't really. I feel like I'm left to my own devices. I don't feel that I manage my weight.
Right.
And until recently, I feel I can now, and I feel that I've got those skills now that I've never had before.
Brilliant.
It is like learning something.
Yeah. So you feel this program has maybe given you, sort of empowered you really to take back control of.
I feel like I understand what I'm eating.
Brilliant.
And why I'm eating it, and why. Okay, that might not be a great choice, but I can have that because of other choices I've made, and what my body needs, so the protein and what it doesn't need. And I've found out what I enjoy eating that's good and healthy and makes me feel better inside. So it's sort of not just about losing weight. I feel so much better.
Yeah, great.
So that sort of thing where people talk about your body being a temple, I think, I can actually get
great.
that.
Yeah, you can understand that.
Yeah, I can understand.
So you're really trying to eat really to nourish your body, to actually so that it can
it's
give
a fuel.
you the best. Exactly.
And some of the stuff you put in is not fuel.
Yeah.
It's just enjoyable.
Yeah.
And that's
right.
And that's
okay. And that's okay. Yeah, exactly. So moving on from that, Helen, how do you think the program, the Kickstart program, is actually, how does it differ from anything you've done before?
I think, like Sonia's already said, you know, it teaches you about what your body needs, and I'm much more aware of what I'm eating, but also aware that I can have those treats. You know, it's not going to ruin everything. And because of understanding a little more about, you know, your proteins and your fats and your salts and all this sort of thing, I think that I'm just more in control. You know, obviously, you know, we have lots of support on our Facebook, which is absolutely great, you know, swapping recipes. And if you're ever stuck, you know, it's great. You can quite often find somebody will say, oh, I can't remember how much of this should we eat, or is this okay to eat? And you've got that to fall back on. But yeah, no, I definitely feel that I'm in total control. You know, I don't worry. For instance, yesterday, it was a lovely hot day, obviously, and the boys were all having an ice cream. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to have an ice cream. And I ate it. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think any more of it. And I didn't then go and think, oh, that's it, I've ruined my diet, you know, and go through the cupboards and find anything to eat, which is what I'd have done before. I had that, forgot about it, really enjoyed it. Dusted, and just carried on. And I think that's the biggest difference.
And do you
that
think that's
I've
sustainable?
found.
Do you think you can continue like that now?
Most definitely. You know, I still need that support, and I enjoy that support, but I feel so much more in control myself. You know, that I can go out and we had a birthday at work the day before, and somebody brought in cake. And actually, I don't particularly like bought cake. You know, I don't think it's as nice. I said, actually, no, I don't want a piece, thank you. And I thought I didn't want a piece because I knew I probably wouldn't enjoy it. You know, so I've got that ability now to say, well, I'll just stop just for that moment and think, am I going to enjoy that? Don't think I am. I'd rather wait, and actually I'd rather go home and have something at home that I know I'm going to enjoy.
Okay, so a little bit more mindful maybe about your choices.
Yeah, oh, definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, great. And just staying on nutrition for a little bit, Sonya, how do you think the programme is? Is there anything in the programme that you think is really different from anything else that you've done?
Yes. I suppose everything I've ever done before is low fat. It's always low fat.
Yeah.
And this is not about being low fat at all. It's
Yeah.
about protein and good fats.
Yeah.
So learning that there are bad fats out there.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to lose weight, what you're trying to do is actually reduce fat, but still keep some fat in your diet because you need fat.
Brilliant.
So it's that balance of saying, yes, I want to lose weight, so perhaps I won't have as much of that, but I do need fat. These are the fats. I now know the fats I can have.
Brilliant. Okay, so again, it's that sort of education as well.
And often the foods like full fat yogurts and things, actually, they really do sustain.
Brilliant. Okay, and moving on from sort of the nutrition, obviously part of the programme is exercise as well. So how have the workouts been?
Honestly, I love them actually. I never thought I could say that I love what I'm doing. So I don't ever wake up in the morning and think, oh God, I've got to go to the gym, or if I do this. I don't ever think that. I want to go, you know, and I actually...
I don't want to come.
No, I get more annoyed if I can't come. If for some reason I can't come, I mean, I accept it and that's fine. There's things in your life that sometimes you just can't make it. But actually, and exercise outside of this environment as well. You know, I'm really enjoying, I'm loving my running, you know, and if I found that fits in best for me, then, you know, I keep up with that. But yeah, no, I do. I like the fact that it's different. It's not the same every week. You know, just as we think, oh yeah, we can do that, something else comes along, doesn't it? And you think, oh no, but I've done that.
I'm such a laugh doing it.
Yeah, it is a laugh. Yeah.
I think some of that is maybe to do with being part of that small group of ladies, sort of ladies only.
We all get on so well.
Yeah. I think you don't bother, do you? You know, especially when we're doing things where t-shirts are going over our heads. And
I know. Bulges are showing the advantage.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. You're not sort of stood next to somebody who's a size 8 and you know, running a marathon. You know, you kind of
we're all women.
Yeah, we are. We're real. We are what we are.
Brilliant. And if someone's watching this and is thinking, oh, I'd really like to try that taste to eat, what would you say to them?
Do it.
Yeah, definitely do it.
What have you got to lose?
No, nothing. No, I think it was the best decision I ever made. You know.
And I've never really exercised before. I think from doing cross country in junior school.
Yeah, put you on for life.
Yeah, I think it did, honestly. I hated it. I mean, I like racket sports because I like running out after a ball. Yeah. But I'd be like, the only thing that would ever get me moving. Yeah. And I absolutely love coming here. Brilliant. I mean, about 10 minutes in, I'm thinking, oh my God. But you get through that and then you sort of just, I don't know, it's a real buzz.
Great. Well, that's good to know. Thank you very much.